Good morning, Eric. How are you?
Good. How's it going, Doc?
Good to see you, man. All right.
Yeah.
So I hear we have this little spot on your foot that you want to get checked out.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. I don't know what it is.
How long would you say it's been there?
The furthest back I can remember is probably like beginning of COVID, just walking around on it hurting, but it went away. Now it's coming back a little bit, so I figured now's the time
Okay.
to get it checked out.
And you find that, it's been hurting a little more, more noticeable in your shoes, or?
Yeah, definitely outside of shoes. I guess more walking around barefoot, it hurts.
Okay. All right. And have you tried anything for it? Have you done anything?
No, I tried to pick away at it with my own
Yeah.
but
Did you get anywhere with that?
No. Maybe some temporary relief for a few seconds.
All right. Go ahead and take off your socks and shoes for me. Let's take a look. Good. So right now we're just checking your circulation. So we feel your posterior tibial artery here. So Eric's got a really strong pulse. You're alive. Okay. And we're checking his anterior tibial artery as well. Okay. Good. Good circulation. Look at his foot type. You're a little flatter. You're a little flat-footed, right? You know this?
I know.
Yeah. So when I load your foot, you can see your arch kind of collapses, and you've got this little bunion. So you got it a little worse on the left. Go ahead and scoot your butt all the way back in the chair. All right, so one thing we look for when we see a patient, we like to check for limb length discrepancy, all right? Sometimes one foot can be flatter, or there can get a bunion on one foot that's worse than the other because one of the legs is longer. And if one of the legs is longer, what's happening is when he's walking, that foot is hitting the ground first or collapsing sooner, right? And then the other foot, we expect to have a little higher of an arch because it's a little shorter, right? It's not hitting the ground as flat as the other one. So go ahead and, are you nice and even? Yeah. So we do a nice little check. And Eric's pretty even. I would say maybe a 0.5 millimeter. If anything, this side would be a 0.5 millimeter longer, but you are relatively even. So no appreciable limb length discrepancy for you. All right, so Eric, this is our little guy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? And we've never had anything like this before?
I mean, I've had it for a while, but not beforehand. I don't think I've never had something removed on my foot.
Right. Does it hurt when I squeeze it?
A little bit, not much.
A little bit? Okay. And then what about here? What's going on with this guy?
That one also hurt a little bit throughout the last few years, but not as much right now.
Okay. So this looks like a little soft tissue mass. I mean, sometimes, or usually soft tissue masses on the foot are 99.9% benign. There's usually nothing to worry about. We do like to do biopsies to make sure that we hit that 0.1%, make sure it's nothing scary or nothing concerning. This right here, this is a different lesion. This is what we call a porokeratosis. So it's underneath his 5th metatarsal or knuckle bone, all right? That's a pressure-bearing surface. And it kind of looks like it has a callus over it. So like I said on our last video, this is probably a benign porokeratosis, kind of a pearl of keratin or just callus. Usually people describe them as a clogged sweat gland. It's not really a true clogged sweat gland, but something along the lines of that. This is easy. We'll kind of shave it down a little bit, put a little acid on this. But for this guy, I think we should take a biopsy. You've had it for a couple of years now. It's starting to get, it's not really on a weight-bearing surface. It's not right where your bone is. Let's just take a little biopsy, all right? So Eric, the worst part of this whole thing is a little poke.
All right.
Kind of, just a little local anesthesia, 2 seconds. You won't feel anything afterwards. All right, good. So let's get that loaded up. All right, so we're going to be shaving down Eric's little lesion. It's the hyperkeratosis, or that thick, deep callus. What we do is we put on our 15 blade. We get into this callus, so let's dive right in. Now this shouldn't hurt, Eric.
It's not.
Once we get a little deeper, you may feel a little discomfort. I want you to let me know when, okay?
Okay.
kind of put a little acid on the area. Throw our little Band-Aid over it. And then you'll leave this on until you shower tonight, okay?
Okay.
You'll notice it'll form this like white macerated tissue, kind of like you've been in a pool.
Yeah.
You know how like you get that pool white skin? After that, in the next day or two, you'll notice like a callus, a little flap will kind of start to present itself. You can peel it off, but I typically say leave it on as long as you can.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Beautiful. And then I want to see you back in a week for these for this stitch, okay?
Okay.
The other things to look out for are, you know, just more pain. I recommend Tylenol or Advil if you have any pain. I don't anticipate it'll be relatively painful, but if you have a little, you know, dull ache or soreness, take an Advil or Tylenol.
Can I run while I have the stitch in? Or
I want you a week. I want you to give it a week before you can run, okay?
Yeah, perfect. No, I'm with that.
All right, exactly. Good. All right, Eric. You did good.
Yeah.
Say hi to the family, say hi to the kids.
Will do.
Congrats on your brother's baby. That's exciting, man.
that is really exciting.
Paxton.
Yeah, we were just in New York. Yeah, we just visited her last week.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, just met her.
Amazing, good. Great. Well, happy Grandparents' Day, and say hi to your parents for me as well.
Okay.
All right, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Biopsy done. That was easy.